Georgetown County native Terrell Lawrence has made his way to Hollywood, working as a writer for hit television shows, including The Neighborhood right here on CBS. Now he's back home working on a documentary centering around education at the school district he attended over 20 years ago. Terrell is here now to talk about his newest project. Terrell, welcome.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
We're
Thank you.
so happy to have you here. You're back in town for a little while.
Absolutely, yes.
You're based in Hollywood, in Los Angeles full time.
Yep.
How did all of this get started for you? You're a Georgetown County boy.
Yeah.
Talk about growing up in Georgetown County and how it led you to where you are today.
I gotta say, I've always been a TV fan, watch TV, watch Live 5 News. I promise you I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying it because I'm on here right now, but my grandma was loyal to Live 5 News. And just watching TV and eventually realized, I think that's something I really want to do is to get into TV, get into writing. Was fortunate enough to go to USC in Columbia, took a writing class and fell in love with it. And I'm like, listen, I don't know anybody in LA, but I'm gonna go give it a shot. You know, just like anybody else trying to chase after your dreams. And if I go over there and fail, at least I can say I tried. So went over there and thankfully made it happen.
So what types of projects have you worked on? What are some of your most proudest projects that you work on?
Proudest projects? Man, honestly, all of them, because it's all a gift. Because I think it's so fortunate to be able to do what I do, trying to use art to express ourselves in comedy and all that good stuff. So all of them, but honestly, I would say the most proud as of today would be this documentary I'm working on right now. It's been an honor and a pleasure to do this on so many different levels, especially to come back home in my hometown, which is so important to me, and to see all the love that's there. It's been very special.
Yeah, what is this documentary and why did you want to do this?
Yeah, so it's like highlighting the education system. I'm from Georgetown, South Carolina, rural area. Used to be called Choppy, but then I was the last graduating class of 2000. So now it's Carvers Bay. But yeah, just the community there is very loving, very social. A lot of it's, since it's more rural, some of the schools are a little underfunded. So there's a lot of programs that kind of help bridging the gaps. So what we did with this project is we went to a lot of these programs. There was 4 of them or so. They're trying to see what they do, showing what their whole goal and their whole purpose for these kids, and what they really are trying to do is bridge the gap between what they're lacking in the classrooms. So and what I wanted to highlight is although there might not be funding we would want there to be, people in the community are stepping up in a big way, and to really showcase that in a big way and show people the more we rally around these programs, hopefully can ultimately help the kids in the classroom in the fall and help all the grades overall.
It must be kind of a surreal feeling to be back where you kind of got your start and now kind of doing your thing that you've perfected after all of these years. How does that feel to be kind of back at your roots?
It feels great. It feels great because I come from a place of such love and community, and to be able to give that back now that I'm slightly older than I used to be, it feels really good. And it's something that's very special to me, and there's nothing that's more important to me than giving back, especially to our youth. Because they are our future, as cheesy as that sounds. But I think about when I was a kid, we would hear these things, and they would kind of just roll off your back because you're young and I'm a kid now. But now that the uncle status, my nephews call me, I want to give back and I want to play that role, and it's very important that I play that role.
What do you hope comes from this documentary when it's all said and done? Oh
man, well, 2 things. I would say there's a short-term goal and a long-term. Short-term, I really hope to gain way more support and more funding for these programs, so that not only a select few of kids can go, because not everybody can afford to take their kids to these programs. So if we can get more funding, more support from the community, hopefully get as many kids as we can, because I feel the earlier we're able to expose them to a lot more, the more they can move through life with intention and try to get to their goals a lot faster. So that's the first short-term goal. Long-term goal is to hopefully leave the generation after us better than we did. Because my mom did it for me, so forth and so on. So I'm hoping long-term, we'll be able to teach these kids, expose them to new things, new ways of life, new ways of thinking, new ways of traveling, and they pass it on to their kids and they keep it going. So long-term, that's That's the real goal.
Do we have an estimated date and when we can watch this and where?
Not as of right now. I guess it's part of the program. Part of why I'm doing this now too is I want to do a GoFundMe for the post-production side of it because that's going to take a lot of time, and we want to make sure it looks great. It's going to sound great, and we really want to take our time with this because it's something we really take very seriously, and we want to make sure we do it right. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and ultimately, we're going to do film festivals, and I'm going to come back home and do a screening for everyone that was involved.
Awesome.
So I'm going to say sometime next year for sure, but we really want to make sure everything looks the way it should.
Definitely keep us updated on that, because I know all the Georgetown people right now would love to go see that. You know, this all started for you because of your dream of wanting to work in this industry. If there's any kids at home listening right now who might want to also, you know, move to Los Angeles one day and get into this business, what would you say to them?
Oh, I'm going to look right in the camera because this is important for me. Like, I don't care what your dream is, please go after it. If you want to be a writer, go after it. Whatever that dream is, please follow your passion, find out what you're good at, find out what you really want to do, and then try to move with intentions. You can absolutely feel free to reach out to me. I will gladly help guide you, talk with you, whatever it is, especially if it's in the realm that I am in. But if it's not that, I fully support going after whatever your dream you have in your heart.
Yeah, you're truly a testament to that. And we want to know how we can watch all of your work. And what are you working on right now? What's next for you?
Oh yeah, so right now I just worked on Everybody Hates Chris. They're doing an animation reboot.
So
it's going to be coming out in Comedy Central. They haven't announced a premiere date yet, but I think we're going to be going to Comic-Con this weekend. So I feel like they're probably going to announce it then.
That's so awesome. Wow, well, we know there's such big things ahead for you. And we're so happy that you're back in your hometown doing some amazing work.
Thank you.
And how can people, you know, stay in touch with you, find out what you're up to?
Yeah, you can reach me at my emails, penciltopad@gmail.com. You can also keep track with the project. I have a GoFundMe set up for the documentary project. It's under Terrell Lawrence's Georgetown, South Carolina mentoring documentary on GoFundMe.
Awesome.
So you can track it there. And yeah, just follow me on Instagram and everything like that, and feel free to reach out.
Definitely. Terrell, thank you so much for taking the drive from Georgetown to Charleston for this tour. We're so happy to have you. It's truly a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it, Emily. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.